Hake House update, December 6th, Saturday. We've got snow melting, lots of water splashing. As we come up here, water is bouncing off that sill. It is bouncing off that. The top guy is wet. I'm guessing that's coming from the tower way up there. You can see some light coming in. If we zoom way up there. Water in my mouth, yummy. Hard to say. All right. Real issue we want to talk about is white mold. That wood appears to be fine, but it's completely wet from the rain and the Tyvek. So as we come down here, we notice that white all along the bottom here. And it starts to get a little more interesting here. Also, still dripping coming off the shim. Waiting for it to drip, maybe. Promise you it was. Dope. That'll be expensive. Okay, anyway. There is more white mold on the subfloor. There's white mold coming up the framing. It's a little bit that comes right off onto my finger. You can see it's kind of like a wipe and the mold's coming off, but look at this plywood. All of that. Some there. Slowly along the bottom. Again, there's some on the bottom. Again, it appears to be just on the back wall where the roof just came down. There's a little bit right in there, and we're still in the apartment bedroom for reference. There's a bunch on the floor. You can see it pretty clearly there on those boards. We're gonna squeeze through. I'm in the apartment bathroom. This wall, due to the lack of gutters and the rain, is completely wet all the way through. But the bigger concern is a crazy amount of this white mold here. What I'm very worried about is that if we just sand it a little bit, or look at all that white mold. I don't want to have a mold problem in a new house. Okay, so we are gonna, and down on the floor here in the bathroom of the apartment. And it looks like it comes back. I think some of this just might be a little bit of dirt. Now it's gonna be a little janky while I walk. Okay. This is in the main living room. Let's see. Oh yeah. So in the main living room, here's white mold on this wall, just on the opposite side of the apartment bathroom. And then right now, there isn't any mold that I can see in the sunroom. It's definitely getting wet, but I think if we go quick on the exterior and the refixed Tyvek will be okay. This is an interior wall, so it stayed dry. Here, it's a little harder to tell. So we're now in that pool table room. There's a bunch of white mold just behind a little bit. There's some more. It's just sitting And then that is insulation, but that's definitely white mold there. Above the window, we've got some. Here it is again on the other side of the window. And on the other side of that stud. And inside this nook of the last window, it's definitely still here. There's just a little bit creeping underneath. Yeah, and we've got a little bit on the floor here. And we got the drainage stuff, but I think that'll be taken care of with gutters. So definitely want to talk about that with Joe and see what we can do. That's all for now.